a big fan of Instacart, and I know it's crazy because I really am trying to live intentionally with money, and yes, there's a fee for delivery. I want to prove to you that I am in fact spending more money by going to the grocery store. With F the Joneses, and I help women like you life hack to financial independence in heels. Or today I'm kind of in yoga clothes. I always say in passing, oh yeah, Instacart's worth it because you don't do impulse buys. And I always say that, and usually I use Instacart, but sometimes I just want to save money, so I'll go to the grocery store. Well, today I did just that. I'm in Lubbock, Texas for my first ever trusted house sitter stay. It's wonderful. I am in a wonderfully cozy house in a nice neighborhood with a cat dog. She's more like a dog than a cat, like meows when she goes to the bathroom. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I wanted to go through and do the math of what impulse buys I had and how much would I have spent if I just used Instacart instead of going to the grocery store. Now, I want to preface by saying I am doing vegan keto right now. I know it's a little extreme, so my food choices are weird, and I did go to an organic grocery store called Sprouts. When I'm at home, I typically do Instacart or go to Aldi. So the pricing of food, I realize, is different, and that might not be your game, but I would say that the impulse purchasing, and I'm not that impulsive when it comes to food purchases. I walk in with a list, I buy my list. But the impulse purchasing, no matter what grocery store, is probably the same percentage, even if it's not the same exact numbers. So here you go. I sorted my groceries by things that were on my list that I actually got. Things that weren't on my list at all, or things that I bought extra of because I saw it and it was like shiny object stuff. And then these two in the middle, this like $6 green tea thing and this like $12 coffee are impulse buys because honestly, for both of them, I spent probably double because I looked at the brand and thought it was cool. I mean, look at this. This is a Rich and Nutty The Mentalist coffee that's bulletproof. I mean, that's pretty cool. But anyway, if I'd done Instacart, I would have gotten $7.99 coffee or $6 coffee, and definitely $3 green tea, not $6 green tea. These right here I want to talk through are my impulse buys. Again, I'm not that impulsive, but impulse buys, even for non-impulsive people, do add up. I had tofu on my list, but I'm getting ready to travel for like 5 days straight. So I have 3 days left, and I already have 2 proteins. I'm one person. But I saw this sriracha tofu, and I'm like, ooh, I want to try that. The good thing is, this will still be good when I get back. The bad thing is, I probably didn't need to buy it now, especially when I'm budgeting and it's the end of the month. This is nowhere on my list, and actually kind of the opposite of what I want to do in my life. Because the original reason I went to the grocery store was to buy stuff to make some vegan keto desserts. Baking is kind of relaxing to me. But instead I probably spent, I don't know, we'll look afterwards, on these little, oh look, they're vegan keto bars. When you're a Midwesterner and you go to a place that has lots of fancy groceries, you like to buy extra things. So I did buy these. I'm kind of mad at myself for doing it, but bought those. And then nut butters. So if I was going through Instacart, again, I'm here for 3 days, so 1 nut butter a day, and then 1 for my airplane ride. So I was going to do 4. There's 4 of the 79-cent packs of butter. And then I'm like, oh look, I have seen these, like, they deliver ads. I've done keto for a while. They deliver ads for this F-bomb thing all the time to me. I'm like, oh wait, I'll buy these $3 a piece packets of nut butter too. So there's 10 bucks I just blew because I happened to see them. And then my host is almost out of pepper. So I bought this pepper just so there's some here, and I'm not the one that makes it run out. So that actually was all impulsive buys. Like, maybe we can go here with this. Like, yeah, that seems okay. Total impulse. And then finally, I bought some fresh pico de gallo. It's just $1.99, so I'm not mad at myself for this purchase, but again, not on my list. And if I did Instacart, I wouldn't have bought it, and I still would have had very enjoyable, lovely meals. So why don't we go ahead and look at the actual receipt and how much money I wasted by not doing Instacart. Side note for your environmentally friendly people out there, I got real confused. I'm like, oh no, I wanted to walk through this, but where is it? Sprouts receipts are two-sided. Yeah, so I will go through and mark really quickly and then show you on the other side. So I went through. The pico de gallo was $1.99. The black peppercorn was $2.29. Macadamia nut butter times two, $2.99 each. That's about $6 of like, hey, let's grab this butter. And then both for the tea and the coffee, I just, the tea, I just divided it by 2 because I thought I would have grabbed like a cheap tea that was the normal brand, not a fancy brand. There you go. On the back side, the power fuel, whatever that packet. I think it's this one. This other packet of nut butter, $1.29. 2 protein bars, $2.50 each, about $5. Exactly $5. The sriracha tofu was $3.99, so $2 per serving. And then I subtracted for the coffee. I thought it would have been $7.99. Looked like the normalish brands for that. So I just subtracted 79, so it's $3.25. I like overspent with an impulse buy. So anyway, in total on this like $80 grocery bill, $27.50 was wasted. Now, $27 might not seem like a lot, and yes, there are fees, but the Instacart fee is $3.99. So, okay, now we're down to, I wasted $23, and then I tipped the driver. Okay, maybe $3 more. Okay, I wasted $20, but $20 for me, for one grocery visit, when I'm going 4 times a month, maybe 5, if I'm wasting that much every time by going to the grocery store instead of Instacarting, I mean, that's like $100 a month or more. I am burning Instacart for me, and I would probably argue for 99% of people, is the more financially responsible solution. So if you are using Instacart and I talked you into it, or you haven't before because you want to quote save money, I hope this video helps you see we need to know our limitations as human beings, and click my link below for a referral for Instacart. And if you have any questions, shoot a message below. If you still think I'm wrong and Instacart is not a financially sound decision, please comment below and tell me how you're not a real human being. And if you're trying to gain independence and freedom and are interested in how I life hack to financial independence, make sure to subscribe below.